This is going to go through side plank holds, going from a higher to a lower surface, higher being easier, lower being more of a challenge. So I'm going to go quickly from one to the other. I could do, once again, a straight arm or a bent elbow. I prefer a straight arm, but either one is okay. Some people have wrist or hand issues. We go to the elbow because that takes that out of the equation, right? So at the wall, I want to step away from the wall to where I feel like my arm is around a 90-degree angle to my trunk. I try and spread my fingers out nice and wide so I'm not just collapsing onto my wrist. So I feel like I'm almost actively gripping the wall a little bit. My elbow is tucked a little bit down and in. And I like to get my feet into a heel to toe position. And typically I will put the arm that's supporting me, I'll put that leg back. So that's my personal preference, right? And I want to make sure I'm up nice and tall and I'm starting to angle forward. And in this position, I put my hand on my opposite hip and I will just hold. So minimum of 20 to 30 seconds, maximum of 1 to 2 minutes. Basic position that most people should be able to tolerate, whether it's for shoulder stability or lateral trunk and hip stability. It can be here or it can be on the forearm. Same concept of shoulder down and back. I'll show you this one from behind. I just want to make sure that I am kind of facilitating this downward pull of my shoulder and that I'm not starting to let myself angle forward. And I'm trying to keep my body as in line as possible. And then I'm going to go same concept to lower surfaces. So a little bit lower than the wall, maybe the edge of my kitchen counter. Once again, staying up nice and erect. Trying to keep a little bit of tension in my stomach. So even as I am erect in this position, I'm not here. So I try and decrease this flare of the ribs by pulling my ribs down and pulling my butt underneath me, so it's a little bit more of a flattened posture in my lower back. And then from here I could go to table height. Similar concept, I could be on a straight arm, or I can go to a forearm. People will start to slowly kind of sag this way, so really feel like you're getting your butt tucked all the way up underneath you. And then obviously I can go to chair, or a flight of carpeted stairs works pretty well too, because you can just gradually go to lower steps. So same concept here. Either straight arm or coming down onto the elbow. And then the same idea down on the floor. I still like the heel to toe position. And I still like that wide gripping of my fingers to make sure that I'm not starting to collapse into my wrist and I'm not starting to let my shoulder sink down towards my ear. So I'm really actively pushing myself away from the ground, whether it's here or your typical side plank on your forearm or elbow. Really making sure you're up tall and you're not starting to collapse forward.